What is up, dudes? My name's Enby Wood, and we're in the future. That was a good start to the episode. Welcome back to some more Steins Gate Zero. When we left off, we just talked to Maho about some dark stuff, and we had some bad times, and then Kagari was there, and Moeka, and they're together, and the voice of God was like, Kagari, how about you be a terrible person in this world line? And Kagari was like, oh, hey, that seems like a good idea. And he was like, oh, good, I'm glad you'll be a terrible person. It was almost July. The rainy season hadn't been that bad this year, and what little remained of it had already disappeared. Temperature-wise, summer had come a long time ago. Dude. Boy, Okabe. Okay. This is the beginning of the video, so just skip it if you don't, so just skip, like, for a little bit. I live in Florida, and we have random cold fronts, but this whole winter has been like summer. So sometimes I'll just be like, why is it like, we'll have a cold front. I'm like, why is it cold? I'm like, it's the middle of summer. And then I realize we're in February and it's not the middle of summer. And I'm like, very sad. Sorry for the black screen there. I ignored aspect ratio. So when the black bars want to be on the side and it want to look all stupid. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. It's just, it makes me sad. In other words, it had almost been a year since it happened. What? Since you killed Kuris, or everything happened, or what? And then one Saturday afternoon, if I stayed home, not only would it be hot, but Dad would be on my case about helping with the... Okay, I'm going to... I think I saved, actually. So I'm going to try to skip this. Okay, we can't. Darn! It seems to be similar to the bad ending right now, but I don't know. To get away, I come to the area around Ikebukuro Station. A year ago, I could have gone to the lab, but with Suza living there now, I'd mostly stopped going. But that meant that it was hard to find a place to study on my days off. It was too much trouble to go to the university, and the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyways. Yeah, sadly. After a lot of research, I'd settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home and spending a few hours there. Starbucks. In fact, a lot of other patrons did the same thing, and I did, buying a single cup of coffee and sitting there for hours on end on their Mac laptops. Some brought books, some brought computers. They brought their Macs, even though they only write reports on it and they do no editing whatsoever, but they paid $1,000 just to write some words. Sorry, what? No, I don't care that people waste their money on a computer that they really don't need when they could just buy a cheap laptop. Nah, that doesn't matter to me. I chuckled to myself as I realized that I joined the ranks of the other normies. You guys know every time, okay? I said it last time and I'll say it again. He has to say normies. Doo-doo-doo. Where are you now? Coffee? I have to press the X button instead of clicking on the screen for this, it seems. Oh, the usual cafe, right? I think so. Or can I just scroll? No, it doesn't work. I just went to your place and you weren't home. You did? Did my dad make a nuisance of himself again? It's okay. He gave me some barley tea. I have to go shopping. Will you come with me? Okay, da. And this means... It's something, and I know it. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna have to scroll really far down to find this. I know what it is. It's like Cove something. I speak Japanese, guys. Don't worry. I know. Here it is. It's round here somewhere. It's like no problem. I know that. Okay, so it means kancha. Thanks. That's what I meant to say. Kancha. Kanchanya. It's hard to see anyways. Even if you do know the kanji, wouldn't that still be kind of hard to, like, I don't know, maybe not. Like, I'm saying, like, if you're just learning kanji and you're just like, oh, kancha. Kanchinya. That's what it's saying. You're welcome. Oh, you can scroll down with the left and the right. Wow, both. Okay, I'll wait now. Wait for me. So she went to my house. My family's business was called Okabe Green Grocer. It was a beat-up old store located in a run-down shopping street. The place was almost 40 years old. I really wanted them to rebuild it. Whew. My mind had wandered. My lady was going to be here in less than 15 minutes, so maybe it was time to call it a day. I'd worked pretty hard during the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I was a little surprised at how hard I'd been working lately. I could feel how having a goal gave me energy. I needed to get to Victor Condrey University as soon as I could. Victor Condrey University. When did we ever see Maho in a lab coat? Has that ever been a sprite in this game? I was still in contact with Maho via email and chat. She was evidently busy with her research because she was always sleepy. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. I took out my phone. Amadeus isn't there! The world line has changed! I found myself looking for a certain icon on the home screen. But of course, I deleted it myself 6 months ago. Amadeus. Is Carice doing well? Knowing her, she was probably coming up with some complicated theory or teasing Maho. It was also possible that she was visiting @channel and hiding it from Maho. @channel. That's right, Carice had internet access, so it would make sense if she accessed @channel. But given that, did Amadeus post on message boards? Carice had spent a lot of effort last summer trying to argue with John Tider on @channel. That happened in the Alpha World line, though. Still, it meant that she was okay with posting. So there was a chance that Carice was doing the same thing. Hey, I think this is on Tuesday. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost completely sure that's Tuesday. I could be wrong. Oh, that's awesome. I've never been on I'm assuming this is like, well, I have been on Reddit. Does it also say the day you, like, does it also tell like the weekday you posted it? Does it also say that? Because that's pretty awesome. I think that's Suiolbi, and I think Suiolbi is, no, that's Wednesday. I think. I'm almost positive. I don't really know them that well. Like, I know, like, I know there's like Doyolbi and then Suiolbi and then there's Mokiolbi and I think Kiolbi. I think. And then there's, I think Doyolbi is either Saturday. So yeah, it's Saturday, and then Nichiolbi is Sunday. I know that for a fact. And Kiolbi, or something, it's something like that, is Friday. And then Mokiolbi is Thursday, and then Suiolbi is Wednesday. And then Monday is like, I know it. No, that guy already said that. I know it, but it's lost me right now. So there was a chance that Carice was doing the same thing. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I've done anything Japanese. So it's like, it's very sad, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's like, it's escaped me because I've just been doing a lot of other stuff. So if Amadeus had even temporarily access to the internet, then just maybe. I opened the web browser on my smartphone. This is totally different than the other one because we were talking to her on the other one, but now we're like thinking maybe we can talk to her somehow. And without really expecting much, ran a search for a nickname I knew I'd never forget. Goody Gohan and Kamehameha. It was a handle that Carice had once used. Whoa. I spoke without thinking. I bowed my head a little towards the other customers, who were staring at me coldly, and looked back at my smartphone. Imagine someone woes in America, and people look at them like, imagine that happening. I doubt he did it that loudly. That's just wild. That's just so wild. He could have done it like loudly. I wouldn't think so, right? I don't know. That's just such a like a foreign concept. I guess Japan is a foreign country, you know. So, what does that say? That says, Taimu machine wa kanji. Amazingly, the search turned up several hundred results. Yeah, guys, I can't read kanji. I know, like, hey, that's Friday. I know that. That's 2008. I love Japanese. My dog is barking because their months are numbered. Unlike us, we just say random stuff for our months. Like our months used to be kind of numbered. Some of them used to be like numbered, like October and September and that kind of stuff. That and like December and November, that used to be numbered, right? But now it's not, because we're like, oh hey guys, what about July? And I think it's July and August, I think, is the ones we added. I think. And they were like, hey guys, what about these 2 months that make everything not work? And we're like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. So, unlike Japanese, where they just have numbers, and you're just like, hey, what month is the 4th month? And they're just like, you said it, dude. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Or shigatsu. And then you're like, yeah, I knew it, because the number's in the month, unlike it being April. Basically what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure June's the 6th month, but there's no way of knowing that just from the name itself, right? There is no way of knowing that from the name itself. I'm almost positive. Amazingly, the search turned up several hundred results. You guys know me. I just ran about random things sometimes. There were all comments on that channel. I took a look at the dates on the result page. The oldest dated back to 2008. Those must have been written by Carice when she was alive. I never expected to see traces of her here. And wait, did she really need to post this much? I didn't realize she spent this much time on that channel. Her comments were spread out on a lot of different boards. Physics, mathematics, science fiction, and of course, the occult boards. For example, in the science fiction threads, she'd had passionate discussions about time machines. But unlike the Alpha World line, she never came out and denied the possibility of a time machine. Surprisingly, some of her comments seemed to be quite the opposite. No, I guess that's not surprising at all. After all, she'd gone through all the work required to write a paper on time machines. Compared to that, her comments on the occult board were brutal. She would absolutely crush the arguments of anyone who dared to propose anything even the least bit unscientific. Supernatural phenomena like crop circles, poltergeist, and spontaneous human combustion. They're out there. The truth is out there, Carice. Out of place artifacts, the Mayan doomsday calendar, conspiracy theories about how human DNA had been brought from another planet. Well, don't worry, Okabe. You're gonna find out real soon, like in about 6 months, that Mayan. No, it's they got to the end of 2012, right? And then that was it. You're about to find out in like a year or so that was fake. So don't worry. We made it. We made it, Okabe. She broke them down and refuted them with a cold thoroughness that even drove away her own side. And if anybody dared challenge her, she'd leave them flat on the canvas. It was just like Carice. Her comments offered so little room for discussion, it was aggravating to read them. Did she actually enjoy all this occult stuff? She put enough energy into it that I couldn't help but wonder. This is just too much. The first time I met her at last year's ATF, I'd gone through the same experience. But after a certain point, the Kurigohan and Kamehameha comments suddenly stopped. The cutoff date was July 27th of last year, the day Carice died. Her last comment was a slightly too heated response to someone who was mocking Dr. Nakabachi's time machine press conference. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I pronounced his name wrong. At least this playthrough. I'm pretty sure I did a lot in Steins Gate original. My chest tightened with the sensations of nostalgia and sorrow. I decided to close the browser. But then, I stopped as soon as I saw her next comment. I brought the phone closer to my face and stared at it again and again. The date of the comment was December 1st, 2010. This can't be. Carice died in July 2010. This couldn't possibly be her. So, who was it? Was it someone else who'd taken over the identity of Kurigohan and Kamehameha? Kamehameha? Or was it? Since there was no trip code, I couldn't tell for certain. December 1st was just after Maho and Dr. Leskinen had come to Japan, and also about the time I'd encountered Carice. After that, Kurigohan and Kamehameha commented at about a rate of once per week. Oh, so she's doing it again, huh? I looked for the most part. I looked for the most recent comment. Wait, that's last night! It was a discussion about relativity theory. Is she the one talking in this, or? She really did get foul-mouthed when she went on that channel. So you're one of those people who think that, Michelson-Morley experiment led to the development of relativity theory? No wonder you weren't making any sense. Go back to grade school, fool. Ha ha ha. No point in even talking to you. Ha ha ha. But then I realized that she said the same thing to me face to face. If this wasn't some imposter, if this really was Carice, what a miraculous and yet stupid story. Did Moho and Dr. Leskinen know about this? Wonder. Of course not. This super scientific program, they're not going to let her rummage through at channel. Probably not. Carice wasn't going to tell them. I couldn't help but laugh. Should I try to make contact with her? Yes, yes, yes! I want to see if this Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha really was Carice. I'm going to say it wrong every single time, guys. I hope you know that. And then I came up with a good handle. Oh, it's Larry's neighbor. That's pretty good. Of course, this was a knockoff of Maho's ID. If Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha really was Carice, she'd have to notice it, right? Okay. What if we, like, put out the password for our username? Ha! I thought I smelled, moron. It's true that the original purpose of the experiment was only to prove the existence of aether, but you can't deny that it helped Einstein. As a result, you can say that it formed the basis of his theories. Someone needs to go back to school, and it ain't me, says the man who just used the word ain't, which I'm pretty sure is in our dictionary now, so it doesn't even matter. And there, it's posted. Ha ha ha! Mad scientist now. How about that? I wrote something deliberately provocative. I'm sorry, guys. You know when you just, like, you feel like your tongue can't move correctly and you're like, you know? That's happening. I don't know if you guys ever did. You probably don't read out loud to people, so I doubt it ever happens. I don't know. Provocative. And importantly, I'd mixed in some mistakes. Not to brag, but I thought I knew a lot more about Carice than Maho did. If it is Carice, this will fish her right in.
Karin?
Oh, you're so adorable, my Uri. At some point, my Iri had walked in front of me. Oh, you're here already. I'd been so busy writing my comment that I hadn't noticed. She is so adorable. Just look at that cute little face. I hurriedly put the phone away and stood up. Okay, ready to go? What's wrong? She is so adorable. Oh, I love her so much. Oh, she's adorable. My Iri and I left the cafe. She just looks extra cute today, guys. Marty and I met up and headed for Tokyo Hands. I don't know what's going on today, guys. Please forgive me. When I stepped inside the air-conditioned store, I felt refreshed. If it was this hot in June, I shuddered to think what it was going to be like in July or August. Isn't May like 22nd or something the beginning of summer? Oh, he was like, it was already summer. I forgot. I thought he said he didn't. It wasn't even summer yet. It's already like, It always happens, guys. I apologize so deeply. I hate it with all my heart. Don't worry. I also want to kill myself every time this happens. And there we go. It's fixed. I apologize, guys. It annoys me to no end. Trust me, I need a new micro USB. For the love of God, I just need one. If it was this hot in June, I'd shudder to think of what it was going to be like in July or August. So, what are you going to buy?
商品宣伝用のポップを作るんだ。だから、それ用のカードとか、蛍光ペンとか。
You want to put out a book of that year's Kamima?
違うよ。岡部製菓店で使うんだよ。
Huh? What did you say? My family business.
今日、オカリンの家に行った時にね、おじさん、じゃあ、マユシーが作りますって立候補したの。
Aww. I already know the story. It's still cute though. Wait, seriously? My dad could be such a jerk. There's really no reason for you to do that.
でも、マユシーがやりたいからやっているのです。
Aww. You're sure?
オカリンやおじさんおばさんにはいつもお世話になってるから。
Okay, I'll get you something as a thank you present.
本当？嬉しいな。
Sorry, excuse me. Bless myself. I took a quick look around and saw that they were selling a lot of things you could use for advertising. I started mostly leave the purchasing decisions up to Mairi. I apologize, guys. I just randomly had to sneeze. She spent quite a while deciding what to buy. But well, maybe because of all the time she spent at May Queen Nyan, her taste ran in the direction of cute and anime.
ねえねえ、こっちのハート型のも可愛いよ。
Probably the most adorable thing I've ever seen, Mayuri. How are you going to use a heart shape to sell fruits and vegetables?
例えばこんな風に書くのはどうかな。おっきなおっきな松茸くん、今夜のおかずに奥さんいかが。あとは甘くてとろりん、早く
No. You cannot say that. Daddy didn't brainwash you while I wasn't looking, did he? Did I not get this joke the first time? Or did this not happen? Because I feel like I would have reacted more to be like, whoa, whoa. I feel like I was just like kind of breezed over it or something, or like I just didn't get the joke. Because I was like, why is he talking about Daddy? There's something. Did I get this? I don't know. You guys tell me. No, never mind. It definitely happened. It just went right over my head the first time, I think. Mighty looked confused, and completely oblivious. Anyway, no heart shapes. It'll look like we're up to something we shouldn't be.
そうかな。可愛いと思うけどな。
I do too, Mighty. I do too. It doesn't have to be cute, that's what I'm trying to say here. My original intention not to interfere had gone by the wayside. And anyway, if you buy any more than this, you're going to have extras. My shopping cart was filled with cardstocks of various colors and shapes. This will last us for a long time.
そうだね。じゃあここまでにしよう。
Okay, maybe it didn't happen, because we were talking to Keese in the other world line, and we let her do the shopping. We went to the cash register to check out. But since it was a Saturday, the checkout area was overflowing with shopping carts. Since it was going to take a while, I sent Maedi to browse the toy section of it on another floor. Oh, okay. I knew they'd have some stuff for one of her favorite shows, Reina Kakiri. Maedi looked apologetic, but did what I told her to. In the end, I waited a whole 15 minutes at the register. As an apology, I decided to get the present I promised her. She seemed really happy as she stared at the keychain. It was a Upa, a mascot character from Rainet Kakadu series. I told her when she went over to the toy section she could pick out anything she wanted, and this was what she chose. You seem pretty happy about that, given how many Upas you already have. And that's a really regular green Upa, right? Not the rare one. The rare one. So not only does this happen in the other thing, but this also happens in this one. I'm gonna do this in my Mayori voice, because I think this is supposed to be voiced by Mayori. The rare one? Do you mean the metal Upa? Because there's no reason for any human being to say, that's the regular green Upa, right? Not the rare one. And then not only do that, but respond to themselves and say, the rare one, do you mean the metal Upa? Why in the world would I say that's not the rare one, and then ask myself, do I mean the metal Upa? What? The most popular and rarest of the Upas was a shiny silver metal Upa. For example, whenever there was a lottery for rare Rainet Kakadu stuff at the convenience stores, the top prize was always a metal Upa. My lady had told me once that they sold for tens of thousands of yen in auction. Maybe I haven't updated in a while or something and they fixed it, I don't know. Obviously you can't fix everything in your game, but, you know, if the game is only text, I feel like you would get your text right, you know? For some reason, Mighty was wagging her finger at me. And didn't they delay the release date or something? like a whole month or whatever. I remember that because I was like upset. I was like, why did they do that? So I don't know what they were doing during that time, if they weren't fixing issues.
違うんだな。これはね、緑のウーパさんだけど普通のとは違うの。この前やってた映画に登場した緑の妖精さんウーパなんだよ。
Come to think of it, there had been a Raynet Kakadu movie on Autumn Spring. Had Moyoti sat in the theater full of little kids to watch it? The Green Fairy.
映画のネタバレしてもいいかな。
Yeah, you already have spoiled the movie for me, but apparently I can't skip it. Go ahead, I'm not going to see it.
今回の映画はね、バーチャル世界で悪のスーパーハッカーさんたちとバトルをするんだ。そのバーチャル世界が妖精さんの住む森なのです。スーパーハッカーさんはすごく強くてね、かけるくんもウーパもピンチになっちゃうんだけど、もうダメだっていう時にね、実はその妖精さんたちはかけるくんがお世話をしてた学校の花壇のお花さんたちだったんだよ。いつも優しくしてくれるかけるくんを助けるためにね、バーチャル世界でピカピカーって光ってウーパ、それがこの緑の妖精さんウーパ。すっごく可愛いし、すっごく強いんだよ。
I bet.
まゆし、感動したな。そういう話に弱いんだ。監督さん天才だよ。
Tensai may be going a little too far, don't you think? I see. It was rare for Moyoti to get this excited about something. I took a closer look and saw that the design was a little different from the standard Oopa. I didn't know a lot about Oopas, so I couldn't say exactly what was different.
このキーホルダーね、結構あちこち探してたんだ。すっごく人気があってね、どこも売り切れだったんだよ。まさかハンズに残ってるなんて思わなかったな。
Me neither. You were pretty lucky, huh?
うん。しかもこれが最後の1個だったんだよ。今日は来てよかった。オカリンとおじさんには感謝しなくちゃ。
Moyoti took the tag off the keychain, got her house key out of the bag, and carefully attached it.
ねえ、オカリン。まゆしーね、これずっと大切にするね。
I believe you. Yeah, please do. Make sure you don't lose it in 5 minutes after you get it. It happened before, after all. Play the first game! Oh, I love that kind of stuff. I've never played the first game. Like the Metal Oopa had won for her at the radio building. Moyoti had lost it in no time, no more than 5 minutes after I gave it to her. I'd wondered if she'd ever found it. I didn't really want to remember that time in my life, so my memory of what happened to the Metal Oopa was vague.
うん、もう絶対になくさないのです。
The two of us started to head back.
オカリンのお店のポップ張り切って作るね。
Didn't she lose it because we stole it from her? No, it was originally behind the thing, but then we couldn't find it because we stole it from her, right? It's behind the thing. That's where it's behind, right? It's behind the turn machine. Oh yeah? You've still got to do that? And when thinking the job was done once we bought them. Oh yeah, you still got to do that. That's how he said that word. Words, sentences, lines, multiple words in the ordered combination. The real work actually began now. Should I help too?
大丈夫。まゆしーのセンスを信じてほしいな。
I believe in you, girl. I'm a little worried after you tried to buy heart-shaped cardstock.
大丈夫だよ。
Well, it's nice of you to make them out at all, so I won't complain.
お母さんにメールしなきゃ。バ 晩ご飯までには帰りますって。
Why not eat at my place? I'm sure either mom or dad will try to get you to stay anyway.
どうしようかな。
Show the scene. Show the scene. Show the scene. I know it won't. I'm just chanting in the game to show the scene.
オカリンは今日はこの後ずっと家にいるの？
We don't even do it.
合コンとか行かない？
Do we? Do we have lunch together? I can't even remember because it doesn't show the scene if we do have it. I haven't been to any lately. Last fall, when I'd been trying to become a normal college kid, I'd forced myself to go to as many as possible. But lately, I've been so busy with my studies that I hadn't had a chance.
そっか。じゃあごちそうになっていこうかな。
Of course you will, because you love me, Mayuri. Wendy took out her phone and started to type something when a monster attacked and destroyed the whole city. Sorry. Her expression suddenly darkened. She stopped moving. What's wrong?
ついさっきね、楓さんからメールが来てて気づかなかったよ。
Can I skip? I wish I could just skip, like, I wish there was like, you know, you could be like, oh, I've already seen this.
どう
Obviously,
しよう、オカリン。
I'm assuming something new will happen, but... Okay, we already know Leskinen's evil at this point, right? Or we turned to Maho right after this point? I don't know. Let's see. Mayuri seemed like she was on the verge of tears. Something happened?
ねえオカリン、前に言ってたよね。吹雪ちゃんは病気なんかじゃないって。
Yeah, they're just using her for their sick, twisted... Sorry. Fubuki. Shimi Nakase? Not Kurishima, right?
あれって本当に病気じゃないんだよね。
Yeah, I don't think so.
でも
Marty showed me her phone. You can't skip it, guys. Fubuki's back at the hospital. I'm on my way. Here's the location. Fubuki's back at the hospital. I'm on my way. I read it 2 times. You're welcome. She's back at the hospital. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the screen. Fubuki was at a different location than before. No, because I was already really mad. I was already really mad at Leskinen at this point, wasn't I? Yeah, because Leskinen would be back by... Okay. So, either Leskinen isn't in this scene, or Leskinen may even be in the scene. But the true end seems... Whatever way they reveal, I don't know yet. I don't know when they will reveal him yet, but they seem like he's revealed later on. He already is revealed later on. But it seems like it's going to be better than the bad end. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm glad I got to see some of the bad end, but I'm also kind of like wish I got like, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some other surprises and stuff. I just wish that would have been like fresh as well and stuff. And apparently there's a lot more to the good end, which is great. I love to hear that there's going to be like 4 more parts or whatever to the good end. So that's fantastic to hear. I didn't think it was almost over. I just thought, you know, maybe it would be. I thought, like, I don't know. I don't know what I said to make it sound like I thought it was almost over. I think I said something about wanting like the jump to already happen or whatever. But you know, I don't know. Fubuki was at a different location than before. This time it was at AH Tokyo General Hospital High-Tech Medical Center in Yoyogi. It was supposedly one of Japan's most advanced hospitals. According to what I read on the internet, patients with the new encephalitis that everyone was talking about were being gathered here for special treatment. But I'd also read lots of really bad urban legends about the place, and I was a bit worried about what kind of horror show I'd find here. But of course, when we arrived it was nothing like that. It was very clean and decorated like a luxury hotel. I'm trying to talk, Kaede.
こっちです。
Kaede and Yuki waved to us as we entered the lobby. Yuki had gotten a message from Kaede as well, and had evidently come right away.
吹雪ちゃんは
Wow, my lady looks so small next to them.
大丈夫だよ。
Yuki gave my lady a soft hug and smile. Kaede bowed her head apologetically.
驚かせてごめんね。私も焦っちゃって。 もっとちゃんと確認してからメールすればよかった。
What do you mean? How's Nakase doing?
今病室で吹雪ちゃんのお母さんに会えたんですけど、例の病気が悪化したとかじゃないそうです。
So what happened? How did this... Did, like, the government just go like, bum, 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 hey, we need your daughter. We're gonna bring her to the hospital right now because we heard about the stuff. So bring her back. Like, bring her to this hospital now. Did they do that? I would feel like they would have to, because the parents obviously don't see anything wrong with Fubuki. So they want to be like, oh, let's bring her there, because obviously nothing is wrong with her. I don't know. Then they've just brought her here for more examinations or something?
はい、そう言ってました。だから全然心配ないって。
There is stuff to worry about. How about World War III?
なんだ。はあ、よかった。
Mayu looked extremely relieved as Yuki continued to hug her. If I remembered right, the last time they examined her, they said it was possible she had the disease. But as long as it didn't get worse, it wouldn't affect her daily life. They just told her to come back for regular checkups. New encephalitis had arrived at Japan over 6 months ago, but the number of patients were still increasing. Fortunately, there hadn't been a single casualty yet. There never will be. Pretty sure there's no illness, though. I was certain that what they were calling encephalitis was actually something similar to reading Steina. Is that Fubuki's stomach? Is that Kaede's stomach or not? I think it's not. I think it's just some article of clothing, but you know. One time when I went to visit Fubuki in the hospital, I had secretly investigated the other patients. I wasn't able to get any proof, but I found out most of the patients in her wing had, to varying degrees, memories of the same world line. Many people had memories of Japan at war.
吹雪ちゃんに会えるかな。それがね、今 MRI で脳の検査をしている最中なんですって。だから病室にいないの。そうなんだ。
I feel so helpless.
でももう少しで終わるみたいよ。ここで待っていてって吹雪ちゃんのお母さんが。
Kaede mentioned to Mayuri, indicating she should sit down at a nearby sofa.
検査が終わったら声をかけてくれるみたい。
I let the girls sit down on the sofa and stood next to them while I surveyed the lobby.
すごい病院ですよね。
Yeah. Is Nakase's family really rich or something? She's staying in a place like this.
いえ、そうじゃなくってですね。
They forced her here.
吹雪ちゃんのお母さんの話だと、日本とアメリカの政府がお金を出して新しい治療のプロジェクトを始めるみたいなんです。この病院とアメリカの専門病院や研究所が中心になってやるんだそうですよ。
Hey, good to know us and Japan are working together, though. That's good to know. And we're like, hey, buddies, we're the most advanced in medicine. Let's do this thing together. God, I hate this so much. I see. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. If I was right about what this disease really was, it was hard to imagine a bigger waste of money. No, they aren't wasting money, Oka. You know what they're doing. Creating weapons of mass destruction.
お願いします。患者は全員個室にしてください。それも患者同士が接触しないよう、なるべく離れた部屋で。
You know, he's saying stuff, but all I'm hearing is punch me in the face. That's all I'm hearing.
しかしね、そんな都合よく病床は空いていませんから。
それでもやってくれないとダメです。患者同士が会話をすることで、夢の情報を共有してしまうでしょ
う。いや、それはそうですが。
Can we?
脳というのはね、他人が見た夢なのに、それに共感を覚えてしまうと、あたかも自分が見た夢のように錯覚してしまう。そういう可能性だってあるのです。
I'm evil. What? What did you say, Leskinen? Something about being evil? Being an evil mastermind? What was that? You're a Nazi? That's crazy. Across the lobby, I saw an old Japanese doctor in a white coat and a big man in a suit who was frantically trying to talk to him. Oh, I'd seen the man in the suit before. Actually, it was a man I knew well. Professor Leskinen. I hurried over. Dr. Leskinen, it's me, Okabe. He must have been wearing his translator because he was communicating with the old doctor in Japanese. Dr. Leskinen's face quickly broke into a smile when he saw me.
Oh, Rentaro!
Bastard. His voice was so loud that sorry, that everyone in the lobby, doctors, nurses, staff, and even the patients turned to look at me. I just, you hate them. You just don't like them. That face. Looks, you think it's so innocent for the whole game, and then you just, at the end of the game, you just want to punch him in the face. But Dr. Leskin didn't seem to notice him as he ran over. He was like a giant American football player racing for a touchdown. I would have loved this scene. I would have just... Oh my good... I didn't even touch the PS Vita. I didn't even touch it. I touched the desk. I hit the desk. I didn't hit any... USB device not recognized. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so upset. I have never wanted to die more than I want to right now. What I was gonna say before I hit my desk and for some reason the micro USB unplugged from the PS Vita was I was gonna say I would probably enjoy this scene if it wasn't for the fact that I don't like Leskinen. Like, this would have been a great scene in the true ending, knowing only the... Like, I understand what you guys wanted, and I'm not mad at you guys or anything. Trust me, I'm not, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying I'm mad that I played the bad ending, and I'm glad I got it out of the way before I did the true ending, because I was definitely not going to do the bad ending after I did the true ending. So I'm glad I did it. I'm just not glad that I don't get to experience this part true. Like, this part isn't experienced correctly if you've already played the bad ending. I just don't believe it is, because I think this part was made for the true ending. It wasn't made for the bad ending, because at the bad ending you already knew he was bad and you didn't like him at this point. But I think his kiddish self was still around just because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking differently than the game developers actually thought. I don't know. Whatever. Wait, Professor, stop! My cries went unheard as Dr. Leskinen tackled me and then pulled me up. Then he switched from football player to pro wrestler, and he swung me up and down. I felt like a little kid. There was nothing I could do to resist him as he flung me around. A moment later, he noticed the cold stares of the people around us, and finally released me.
Ihaya, sumanai. Amari ni odoroite, hashagi sugite shimatta.
Dr. Leskinen bowed to the people around him and apologized. Because in the true ending, you just don't expect him coming back, and this is like, ooh, good old Leskinen, back at it again, he's doing his, he's acting like himself and everything, we don't know he's evil. It's just like, I feel like that's the way you're supposed to play it. I don't know. The doctor that Professor Leskinen had been talking to was staring at me suspiciously. Oh, I wasn't exactly sure what to tell him. It wasn't like he was really my professor. The best school in the whole entire country. No, I'm...
彼は9月からビクトゥコンドリア大学の学生ですよ。いずれ。
Huh?
おほう、ビクトル・コンドリア大学かね。これは驚いた。
Looked over at Dr. Leskinen questioningly, but he just gave me a mischievous smile. This guy, he really was such a kid.
日本人であそこへ行ける学生なんてめったにいない。大したものだ。
Thanks. Ha. I am robot. After the doctor left, I sighed loudly enough for the Professor Leskinen to hear me. So, who was that guy?
この病院の院長だよ。
The director? You just told a lie to someone that important?
おや、私は嘘なんてついたかな？確かに 9月から我が校の学生とは言ったが、何も今年の9月からとは言ってないよ。それとも何かい？君は結局我が校に来る自信がないのかな？だったら少し残念だが。
We talked about it. We talked about it to him in this world line on this ending, but did we talk to him about it on the other ending? I can't remember because I remember being confused at this part. He said, "Did you change your mind?" And I don't remember us saying anything to him on the other. I mean, I could be wrong on the bad ending, but like I remember going through this scene and I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like I don't remember this ever coming up in conversation. I remember like maybe like we talked about it a bit, but in this ending, we definitely talked about it before he left. But we didn't talk about it before he left on the other world line, on the other ending. We didn't, did we? This part seems like it was made for the true end. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. He really was like a little kid, completely shameless. But still, it was hard to hate him. Oh, that's where you're wrong, buddy. I'm surprised though, I had no idea you were in Japan. It had been 5 months since I'd last seen him off in Narita. I looked around for Maho, but I didn't see her anywhere.
リンタールはどこか具合でも悪いのかい？治療でここに？
Oh, no, I'm here to visit a friend.
ああ、そうか。それはよか。いや、その友人にとっては良くないか。申し訳ない。
Oh, no. So... I said that like, oh no. So what are you doing at a Japanese hospital? Dr. Leshin brought his face close to mine and whispered so that the people around us couldn't hear, but you can't skip it, even though you've already seen this.
君も知っているだろう。例の新型脳炎の件だよ。
Sorry guys, when they stop using content, when they stop reusing content is when I'll stop asking for the skip.
アメリカ政府の依頼で精神生理学研究所が治療法を研究していたんだが、私も調査に加わるよう大学から命じられたという。
I see. You're helping with the new encephalitis cases. Now there was a word I didn't expect to hear. Explained that my friend was here because they thought she might have the disease.
もしかしてその友人というのは中瀬克美？
Oh yeah, you met her at the Christmas party, didn't you?
実は私が新型脳炎に興味を持ったのもあのパリがきっかけでね。君と克美が揃って倒れただろ？
He was right, actually. In my case, I've been sent to the other world line.
克美には何日か前に再会したんだけどね。私にも何度か噛みついてきたよ。どうしてまた入院させられるんだ？
I see.
もう少し協力的になってくれると嬉しいと、リンタロウからも伝えておいてくれないかい？
No, because I don't want to be. Huh?
実際のところ、キャツミだけでなく、すべての患者に申し訳ないという気持ちはあるんだ。
That's a lot different than what you told me on the other world line, buddy.
我々も日本の医師団も研究を進めてはいるんだけどね。どうにも解せない検査結果ばかりで困り果てているのさ。
Dr. Leskin's usually chipper expression darkened. The man was such a ball of vitality that I hadn't noticed until then, but when his smile disappeared, I could see the wrinkles that had formed on his face from exhaustion. He must have been working hard, like he said.
正直、最初はどの医師もこれほど不可解な病気だとは思っていなかったら。
Because it's not a disease.
どうしたんだ、リンタロウ？
Oh, well...
何か気になることでも？
No. Not a medical student, so this is all outside my expertise. It would be really cool if we, like, somehow got the time leap machine, like, back, because we worked with Maho a bit, and then, like, we leaped a little bit into the future, and it was, like, a little bit in the future where, like, I don't know, like, Leskin, like, had us trapped or something, and then we're, like, like it's the second we're getting saved is when we jump or whatever, and then we're like, what? Why was Leskinen after us or whatever? And he's like, wow. I don't know. I just thought about that. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Whatever. Don't even think of it. I'm not a medical student, so this is all outside my expertise. I was just about to tell him about my reading Steiner, but in the end I couldn't, because he's evil. My uninformed opinion was wrong. It could cost the encephalitis patients their lives. I couldn't just tell him when I didn't have any proof. Then his face drew close to mine again.
ところで、その克美がなかなか興味深いことを言っていたんだよ。
I told him not to tell anybody. Huh?
自分たちは病気じゃない。別の世界の出来事を夢で見る能力があるだけだとか。
I told her not to say anything about it. Did she not help it? This was bad. I might start to doubt her sanity. Well, Nakase's got a very vivid imagination, maybe. She loves sci-fi and anime. She probably just said she has this power to experience parallel worlds because she saw it on some show somewhere. I remember that I used to say stuff like that. Trying my best to come up with excuses, but Dr. Leskinen seems still confused.
だけどね、
Concerned or something.
私も治療プロジェクトに参加して驚いたんだが、確かにこの病の特徴として多くの患者が夢を共有する不可思議な現象が起こっているんだ。
Hey guys, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but just tell me if someone punches him. Or like does, I don't know. Tell me. Just tell me whether someone punches him or not in the comments, please. I do not care if that spoils anything. Just tell me. Tell me if it happens. I just need to know if he gets hit. One of the strange things about the illness is that many patients share the same dreams. This is what he just said to us.
集団幻覚に近いのかとも思って。でもなんだろう。こんなことは初めてでね。脳科学的には今のところ解が導けない。
Oh, then maybe you should just forget about it.
正直、非科学的という言葉が一番しっくりくるくらいだよ。それこそ平行世界とか前世の記憶とかね。
Really? It's me? No, I wouldn't. No, I would have never thought about anything like that. Me? Who do you think you're talking to, Leskinen? You're crazy. I see.
君も克美からいろいろと話を聞いてくれると助かるよ。医者に言えないことでも友人になら話すだろうしね。
Yeah. Sure, I'll ask her, I guess.
さて、リンタロウ、それはそれとして確認だ。
I'm not dating any of them. Dr. Leskinen was looking over my shoulder.
クリスマスパーティーの時にも感じたんだけれど、君のガールフレンドたちはキュートなお嬢さんばかりだね。
What can I say? Kimi no girlfriend. Huh? I turned around and saw that Mayuri, Kaede, and Yuki had all stood up from the sofa and were looking at me. When they saw Dr. Leskinen was looking at them, they waved.
やはりあの中に恋人がいたりするのかい？
I wish.
ユキ、カエデ、マユリ、
I wish.
ルカ、
Guy.
それともカツミがそうなのかな？
Never in a million years. What? His words were so surprising I couldn't think of anything to say. Moho would often call this middle-aged man a mischievous boy, and that was exactly the look he had on his face.
いや、別に無理に聞かせてくれとは言わないよ。君のただまあ可愛い教え子にちょっとした土産話をと思っただけさ。
Huh? Dr. Leskinen turned to walk away before I could figure out what he meant.
それじゃリンタロウ、私はもうちょっと院長と話をしないといけないから、これで。
Alright, don't trip on your way out.
できればユキたちにも一人一人ハグしていきたいところだったが、次回にとっておこう。彼女たちによろしく。
Yeah, yeah, I will. Oh, sure. Anything for you, buddy. Mighty and the others came over to me as I watched him go.
今の人レスキネン先生
It was Leskinen
ですよ
Sensei.
ね。どこかで見たことあると思った。アメリカに帰ったんじゃなかったでしたっけ？
He did, Yuki.
おかり？
There was no way I could tell the girls what Dr. Leskinen and I were just talking about. So I decided to keep it to myself. And now we're on the train, and that's where I'm going to end this part here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed. And I don't know. Tell me something. Just tell me something. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!